Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video I want to do a recap of State of the Game. I'm completely baffled as to why they've said this, but they have just come back from a break they took for around a month, maybe 5 weeks-ish. And they said that because they've just come back, they need to settle back into doing the streams. So the amount of news they were giving today is going to be a lot less than normally. And it doesn't make sense because surely if you take a break and you come back in a month's time, you're going to have a lot more to talk about. This State of the Game literally lasted around 15 minutes. That was it. After they did the talking for 15 minutes, they went on to show some form of an agent highlight or whatever, and that was it. There was about 20 minutes of waiting before the stream actually started today as well. And jumping into the very first thing, they fixed the global event reward issue of people having maxed out the rewards for Polarity Switch before even doing anything in the event. The issue only existed because the game recognised it as Season 1 Polarity Switch, so everyone that took part would have had their rewards already. And they always say that it's not that easy to copy paste things. Well, they didn't even bother checking if they had set it up properly for Season 2. There is currently an issue on PS4 where players are getting blue screen all the time. That issue is ongoing because they don't have a clue what's going on with it. As with every problem in the game, they say, we're looking into it, we're working on it. That's all they ever say, that's all they ever have said. They also don't know about the issue that people were talking about in the chat, saying the PS4 players also missed out on an entire week of the Phoenix Down Apparel event. There are still bugs with the raid, after them taking, I'm going to say, almost a year to release it. Morozova, which is the final boss, fires without warning, and again, they're looking into it. They will let you know more about that in the coming weeks. So that's not even going to be fixed quickly. And I just wanted to quickly add in that they said their investigations were ongoing with the world's first for the raid. They actually added the players to the wall in Boo. And they didn't clarify, didn't say whether their checks were completed, whether they found anyone cheating or anything like that. And it's clear a lot of people were cheating in forms of having a file that told you all of the mechanics. Again, with Aaron Keener, the Liberty Island mission for the Warlords of New York paid expansion. They are still looking into trying to fix him because he's still going invincible, like his drone disappears and there's different factors to it. But for some players, he is still impossible to kill and they're looking into it as per fucking usual. Don't expect a fix for that anytime soon. They are saying to expect a Skyscraper mode with title update 11, so that's going to be coming way before they fix any of the bugs that are important to the players now. They're obviously focusing on getting new content out for one reason, and we'll get to that in a moment. There is a PTS coming for title update 11 at some point, and there's more info coming later this month, probably the final State of the Game in August, so you can expect to hear about it at the end of August, probably going to have it a couple of weeks after, so around mid-September, and then they'll release it a couple of weeks after, so I'm guessing title update 11 and Skyscraper is going to be coming the end of September to early October. That's just a random guess. They just said more info coming later this month, probably towards the very end of the month. They are still refusing to increase stash or inventory space because apparently it would cause performance issues on the game. There's already a load of doubters, which is possibly server related. There are blue screens all over the place for PlayStation 4 players. The Dark Zone caused issues with performance when Warlords of New York released. The leaderboards in Title Update 10 caused performance issues until 10.1, so they're putting other stuff into the game without testing to see if it would cause performance issues, but they are refusing to do inventory or stash space. So I believe it's a load of bullshit. They just don't want the players having an upper hand, like having more space, having more loot in their inventories and stuff. I can't see how it would affect performance. I don't know how it would cause that. Like, they managed to double it from 150 to 300 without a single problem. They also showcased an inventory of 1,000 things, or a stash of 1,000 items, when they were showcasing Warlords. They said they are going to try and work on it and get workarounds and stuff, but I don't believe it. I've stopped playing the game again because there's nothing to do. And the final part of this video, after I just say again, they had 15 minutes of talking to cover 4 weeks worth of stuff to do with this game. That was the entire state of the game, 15 minutes. So this is the final part. You've obviously seen this by the title. Skyscraper is more than likely going to cost money to play. It's not going to be free. And the reason I say that is because when they were speaking about it, oh yeah, Skyscraper is coming with Title Update 11, or that's what we're planning to do, blah blah blah. They said in terms of it costing or being free, we can't talk about that at the moment. If it was going to be free, they would have announced it there and then. They wouldn't have had a problem saying whether it was going to be free or not as soon as they announced they're going to be talking about it, but they did have a problem talking about that, so they're obviously trying to figure out, oh, Warlords players going to get it for free and anyone that's level 30 have to pay for it. There's going to be some bullshit money-based paywall locked behind this new mode, and I swear to God, if they do charge for Skyscraper, I mean, I'm not playing the game at the moment. I'll come back regardless of whether it costs or not, because I will let you guys know exactly how it is, whether it's worth the money, all of the stuff that I normally do for this game. I will let you know about this mode. But I can tell you right now, they've lost a lot of players because of the lack of content, the lack of care and attention for the game, the ignorance towards the community. If they do decide to charge money, it's going to be the biggest mistake they will ever make. And it will possibly be the end of the Division 2, because there's going to be even more players leaving. Investors will get pissed and they'll be like, what's the fucking point of supporting you and giving you all this money for you to just throw it down the drain because nobody's playing? Although one of the people on State of the Game, I'm not going to say devs anymore, I believe he is a community developer, but that's not someone that works on the game necessarily. So one of the people, I think his name's Johan, that was on State of the Game today, he did say, oh, a lot of you players are going to be pleasantly surprised with what we've got coming. They've said that about pretty much everything they've done in this game, and a lot of it is shocking on the negative side. Loads of bugs, issues, as I said, lack of attention, lack of care, ignorance towards the community, especially because the final boss in their paid expansion still doesn't work. And we're 5 months after the release of it. The raid took around 9 months after when they stated it would come into the game, maybe even a little bit longer. And they still have bugs in that. Nothing gets tested, even after PTSs, which, by the way, again, is going to be PC exclusive PTS. For whatever reason, they won't give it to the console players. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.